Welcome to the CBS Eye on Money podcast. It is Tuesday, November 2nd. Mark, I'm in a great mood this morning. You know why?
You did a spin?
No, I did not do a spin this morning, but I went by my neighbor's house. I was walking the dogs and she was packing up to go away. And she goes, hey, you know what? I don't want to leave all this stuff in the freezer. We caught a whole bunch of yellowfin tuna over the summer. You want it? Oh, yes. So I have about 10 pounds of frozen yellowfin tuna. She says, you know, it's sushi grade. Well, I don't even know really what that means, except that I've had it before when we've been at their home. And these are like big time fisher people. Like they go out in the ocean and they go deep sea. And so this is the real deal. I'm only sorry I'm not with you, Mark, because you would enjoy this very much.
Well, there is a thing called FedEx.
Oh, right. Yeah, you know, I don't think so.
And dry ice.
Dry ice. That's good. I like that. What's your excitement for the day? You're all alone today. Are you okay about that?
That right there is my excitement. I am all alone. Theo's at school. Amanda went to the office today. So yes, very excited.
You know what's funny? When you talk to parents and they're all alone in their homes or their apartments, there's a certain glee. I remember my sister calling me once and she said to me, guess what I'm doing? This is how long ago this was. I said, what? She goes, I'm organizing all of my CDs, my music CDs. I said, what? She goes, the kids are out of the house. Evan's out of the house and I'm all alone and I couldn't be happier.
It's a beautiful thing.
So if you're all alone and you need some company, you have come to the right place. We are trying to take the mystery out of your financial life. If you have financial questions, just go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the contact button and we'll get your note. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Friday. Today, we are talking to Nicole from Virginia. Hello, Nicole. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great.
How do you feel when you're all alone in your house? Do you feel good or do you feel a little lonely?
Oh, fantastic. I work from home full time. So when the husband and the kid are gone, it's quiet. I can get work done. I enjoy it as well.
How old's the kid?
He will be 11 months very soon.
11 months. Wow, it's a real baby. And and you're married as well. So now I know a little bit about you. What brings you on the air with us today?
So we have a couple of questions about how much to put down on a new house. So we are currently looking to move back closer to my husband's job. He has about an hour commute right now, which is no fun. No. And we were recently gifted about $200K in early inheritance. So
hold on a second. I love this. I don't know who did this, but I'm very much in love with that family member. Who did this? Your parents, his parents, grandparents, who?
His parents, his father. He said, okay, you know, I'm not going to enjoy it when I'm gone. I want to see you enjoy it now. So this will help you kind of get into the house that you want, and then I can come visit and enjoy it.
Oh, that's fantastic. So where are you living right now? In a house, in an apartment? Where are you?
We are in a house.
Mm-hmm. What's it worth?
About $475,000, $500,000 is what we're going to list it for when we sell it.
Great. And how much of a mortgage remains?
$250,000.
And then what are we looking for in terms of new home? Like, what do you think you're going to want? What do you want to spend?
Between $600,000 and $650,000 is what we're looking at.
Okay. So $650,000, I'll presume. How about that? What is your kind of game plan so far with that? To put 20% down, putting more down? Like, what's your comfort level right now?
This is kind of why we came to you. We were thinking of putting down $250,000 in this house. And so part of that is because we're currently living on one of our salaries and saving the other. And we want to be able to continue to do that. We weren't sure if we should put down as much as we can to keep that same mortgage payment so that we can continue to save. And both of our jobs are quite stressful. So if we did want to go back to a different job and take a pay cut, be able to do that. Or if it was more, is it more financially smart to put down just 20% and invest the rest?
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the jobs, though. So how much do you earn?
$140,000 a year.
And how much do you contribute to your retirement account right now?
We are maxing out our retirement accounts.
So you're and how old are you?
35.
Okay, so you're both putting 19.5 away. Are you using a Roth or a traditional retirement plan?
Currently, we're both using traditional.
Is it a 401k for you?
Yes.
Okay, how much is in there?
Between the two of us, we have about 150.
Okay, that's good. And so your husband makes about whatever 100,000-ish?
About 110, yes.
110, okay. And so he's putting in 19.5. What else do you have in terms of savings? Do you have any money that's in a brokerage account or old retirement accounts?
We have about 10,000 in a brokerage. We have about 70,000 just in savings in addition to that 200,000 gift. And we have about 7,000 in a 529 for our son.
Okay, got it. And you think you'll have more kids? It's a very dicey question to ask someone with an 11-month-old.
Planning for one more.
She's like, maybe.
Depends on the day.
Exactly. I guess I'm going to be blunt. Is your father-in-law some rich dude who's going to be able to pay for college for your kids, or are you going to do this yourselves?
No, we'll do it ourselves.
Okay. So is this 200 like the only 200, or do you think there's a lot? I just want to get a sense of like if there's a future inheritance or, excuse me, or this is kind of like your father-in-law said, look, this is what you're going to get, so I might as well give it to you now.
That I'm not 100% sure on, to be totally honest. But I wouldn't say there's millions waiting for us, though. I will say
that's too bad. I'm very sorry about that for you. Okay. No other liability besides the mortgage? No other, like there's no student loan floating around?
Nope. No student loans, no car payments. Everything is paid off.
Okay. Mark Talercio, CFP,
Yes,
would you
President.
like to weigh in on this? Because I have an opinion. I'd like you to go first.
I would just put 20% down.
And explain why.
First of all, the mortgage rates are so low that you're definitely going to make more money by investing the rest. I think you guys, although you're saving a lot of money right now, you still want to beef up those accounts. You still got a little bit of work to do. And if you're going to have another kid down the road, that's going to be more expenses. And it's a mortgage. Later on down the road, if you want to whack a big chunk of it off, if you think you're going to end up staying in this house, you can always do that down the road. I would just invest it.
I think I would too. Here's what I'm thinking. So right now of the 200, I mean, you're going to have a lot of money, right? Because if you sell your home, right? And let's just say you sell it for more like the 475. And let's say you take 200 grand out of your house after expenses and everything. You buy your new home and you're going to pay 650 for it. So you have this $200,000 of equity and then another 200,000 from your father-in-law. Okay. I don't know. Like if you bought a house for 650, I also presume you're going to need a slug of money to decorate it. There's more rooms, there's more stuff. So let's allocate of the 650, put down 20%, that would be your 130, but keep another 70 in reserve until you figure out like, okay, we're really done with decorating and doing the stuff. So let's just pretend we wipe out of your 400 grand, right? Because you're going to have 200 from your old house, 200 from in-law. And of that, let's say half of that is going to be going towards the new home. The other 200, what I would do is I would pre-fund this 529 plan. Mark, how much can you do in advance? Like, can't you do 5 years of gifting at once?
I think as a couple, I think you can do up to 150,000. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that, but I would. But it's considering there's 7 grand in there. Wouldn't it be kind of nice to just take of the 200? It would be kind of cool to be like, let's put 75 grand in there, or let's put 100 grand in there, and be done. That's it. You're totally done for college for this one. And then if the other one comes along and you've got more money in this kid's account than child number 2, you can always share the funds between them, use whatever's unused, and then add the balance to whatever you don't put into the 529. So maybe let's just use round numbers, 100 grand in the 529, 100 grand in the brokerage, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now, let's talk about what happens if you were to say, I don't want this high stress job. Talk to me more about that. What would that mean in terms of income for you guys?
In the last, I would say 4 years, we've almost doubled our incomes between the two of us. We went probably about 5 years ago, we were making 100,000 combined.
Wow.
And now we're making closer to 250. And I would say, maybe a 50 to 75,000 pay cut would be in the cards if one of us were to leave our current position. So that would put us back to, around 175, 150 combined.
Yeah, but you know what? Like you could still manage this mortgage, I think, on that amount of money. I really do. I think that, and I think that if you're going to do that, you really want the access to the liquid assets. So maybe what I would say in that case, if you're really considering that, if that's really like you're just killing yourselves and that's no fun. If you think that's going to happen, then I would split the money up slightly differently. I might put 50 in the 529 and keep 150 grand in a brokerage account because that could float a lot of your near-term changes if your cash flow diminishes. I think that you should be able to do this. I mean, what's the mortgage rate on your home right now that you have?
About 3.2%, I believe.
So you're going to basically go in at the pretty close to the same rate, 3.1, 3, whatever, depending on the day that this all happens. If you want to put a little bit more money down just to like look at your payment options, that's fine. But I would get a 30-year fixed rate. I would get for the, no points, because this is really your home that you want to be in for a long time, right?
Yes, this is hopefully the one that we would retire in.
Okay. Don't say die in. I always feel like that's a very dramatic thing. And people say, they're going to take me out feet first. I'm like, okay, calm down there. I don't know, Mark. I feel like, let's say that income wise, they drop down. Do you think that they can still be able to float a $400,000 mortgage? Or, what's the payment look like on that?
I don't think that'll be a problem. But like you said, I think that's even more reason to have it accessible in a brokerage account.
Yeah, me too. And look, you don't need to live your life to maximize your cash flow. You need to live your life and say, like, if you're completely miserable and both of you are freaked out right now, then I don't think you should stay in those jobs. I really don't. And maybe it's not for both of you, but maybe, like you said, each of you has a different choice to make. But I really think you've got to, I don't know. I think that you really need to try to give yourselves a little bit more of a good life. And you've worked really hard. You've got this equity, you've got this money that's come in from your father-in-law. I think this is a good plan. So even if think about this, if you have, how much money are you putting into that 529 plan every month?
We're putting about $200 a month right now.
And then what else are you doing? You're putting how much into the brokerage account right now?
We are saving between $2,000 and $3,000 a month.
Okay, so you're not going to have any problem. You're not going to have any problem with this mortgage. You're not. Okay, because first of all, as soon as we fund the 529 plan, you're going to stop doing monthly stuff to that. And then what I think you should try to do is build up that brokerage account and keep, you're putting your money in your 401ks, build up your brokerage account and put the 20% down on the mortgage. You will not have a problem with that. And even if you said, oh my God, we went from being able to put away $2,000 or $3,000 a month to like $1,000 a month. I don't care. That's fine. As long as you're living your life and you're happy, whenever you make that change about your retirement, you still have to put money into your 401ks. But I think you're in very good shape. I guess the only downside of this game plan is that, if you really are looking at trying to change your lives, obviously buying a bigger house is not the easiest pathway to get there. But given the extra money from your father-in-law, I think that it's quite doable. That's what I think.
The only thing I was going to mention, current retirement plans, if they have the Roth option, you probably do that.
I think I do have a Roth option, and that is something we've been considering. We were just trying to lower our take-home
taxable income.
Yeah.
You're going to have a big fat mortgage, right? Mm-hmm. If we look at your income together, you're in your top bracket is 24%. I wouldn't mind it I agree with Mark. Even if one of you did the Roth and one of you did traditional, I think that you would be in darn good shape tax-wise. I really do. Who knows what happens in the future? I mean, you can wait to see if your income goes down dramatically. If you do make a different choice, maybe you are in the 22% tax bracket, and that's definitely a layup when it comes to a Roth for you guys.
That's definitely something we've been thinking about, so it's good to hear.
Okay, you got wills, you got powers of attorney and healthcare proxies?
Working on it.
Oh, man. Mark, we have to have like a special sound effect for people who are, maybe there's some sort of like Jewish mother sounder, like, are you going to do your estate planning?
as soon as there was a little bit of a pause there, you knew.
Yeah,
it was
the pause. Yeah, the pause was the big tell. Nicole from Virginia, when we get off the line, the first thing you're going to do is write down on a piece of paper, 20% down. And the second thing you're going to do is call a state attorney or go online right now and do it.
Guardianship.
Guardianship, baby. Guardianship. Okay. So you're going to get on this now, Nicole?
Yes, already written down.
All right. What about life insurance?
We do have life insurance set up.
Okay. You have term life insurance?
Yes.
All right. That was a little bit of
that wasn't very convincing.
I know. You do have it though, right? How much?
Yes. I have a 10x multiplier for mine, and my husband has a 5x.
All right. I like that. $1 million is good. That's a good thing for you. He should probably be at $1 million also, but I'll let you guys hash that one out. All right, Nicole, go forth, go do your estate planning, go buy your new house, and thank your father-in-law for all of us. If you would like to join us, like Nicole, I mean, it's pretty easy. All she did was she went to our website, jillonmoney.com. She clicked the contact button, and like magic, there she was with us. Mark, do you feel good about this one? I feel like it's an interesting dilemma around putting money down and almost psychologically. I felt like she really wanted to have us say, oh no, put more money down because you have a lower payment. It's like a mental mathematics game we played with her a little bit there. Do you think we convinced her?
Probably. I mean, I know so many people want to do this, but man, you can always pay down that mortgage later on. Just see how things play out.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about having the mortgage and also having the cash, it gives you an incredible amount of flexibility. And I'm all about the flexibility always, always, always. So if you want a little flexibility, you want to know what works for you, then again, website is jillonmoney.com. While you're there, why don't you subscribe to our other podcast called Jill on Money? And certainly, we'd be delighted if you follow us and give us ratings and reviews. How are we doing? We need some ratings and reviews for this show because we got a lot for the other show, but we need more. I want people coming, writing in and saying like, this is awesome. Mark's the best. That's what I want.
The other show is doing really well in terms of ratings and reviews. This one, it's new. So I think we're at 80-ish. I want 100 by the end of the year. I want
All right. We need 20. We need 20 of you to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It's very easy.
20 seconds of your time.
20 seconds. That's all Mark is asking. That's it. 20 seconds. Mark, by the way, is Mark Talercio. He is our executive producer. We are distributed by Viacom CBS. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Please try to lift someone up today. And remember, the mantra here at Eye on Money is curiosity, compassion, community. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.